Hey. Hello, VC. It's Sunday, March 15th. March is half over and I'm still alive. Well, I hope everybody's doing all right. This coronavirus is kind of fucking up in the entire planet, it looks like, huh? So a lot of people thought it was overblown, but people are dying. And that's a drag. So, but anyway, that's not why you're here. You're here to probably look at part of my collection. Well, today I thought I would show off my Pretenders collection. Now, the Pretenders is a weird band because they're so good, and yet anybody who looks at Record Collector magazine out of England, it's a really great magazine. Here, I got a couple of samples of it. It looks like this. Every time they release it, it looks like this. Record Collector. So when you look for it in if you go to Barnes and Noble or wherever you live, if it's still open, when you look for this magazine, what you got to do is look for Record Collector. It's the same font in the same position every time. It's never down here. It's always up here. And it's a great magazine. It always talks about anything and everything that's coming out in music in England, in the United States. It talks about everything. It focuses mostly on England, but it talks about everything else too. It talks about different releases in Europe and everywhere else. And it's got a section where it shows you. It's not in every issue, but it's got a section where it shows you. You can get back issues, and it shows you a list of artists or topics, and which magazine you can get it. A feature on either the artist or whatever topic you're talking about. New wave or whatever. And when you look up Pretenders in that section, it's not there. So I guess these guys have never done a feature on the Pretenders since '79. I don't know. That's what it sounds like. So, and they've got a massive, library of music, and some interesting releases too. So, I'm surprised that they've never done a feature on the Pretenders. I need to write to those guys and say, hey, what's the deal? So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show you what I have. I hope this goes pretty quickly. I've already wasted over 3 minutes. So let's get down to business. And we'll start off with this one, which is their very first album, of course. Okay. Here it is with the original insert. This is just a regular American release, and I got this, I guess, when it came out back in '79. And it's in beautiful, beautiful shape. There's great songs on this album. Precious is fantastic. Phone Call, Up the Neck, Tattooed Love Boys, Space Invader, The Weight, Stop Your Sobbing, Ray Davies cover tune. Flip it over and you got Kid, Private Life. Private Life is probably one of my favorite songs off this record. It's a very cool, slow, plodding, long tune. It's over 6 minutes. Brass in Pocket, their big hit. Well, one of their many big hits. Lovers of Today, and Mystery Achievement, which is another long song. It's over 5 minutes, and it's another great tune. Two of my favorite songs, man. Private Life and Mystery Achievement. Great tracks. And that's not even talking about their hits. So, that's Pretenders. And of course, there's the original lineup. You got, of course, Chrissy. You got James Honeyman Scott, Pete Farndon, who was a brilliant bass player, and Martin Chambers on drums. And what a core group. I mean, these guys were fantastic. So, the core group gets to stick around for one more album. Here's Pretenders 2. Look at that, it's almost trying to look like a Beatles album cover or something, it looks like. Pretenders 2. This came out in 80, I think, right? Yep. 80, 81. All songs published 80, 81, so maybe it was 81. But anyway, there it is on your Sire Records label right there. I got this brandy new. This has some great songs on it. The Adulteress, Bad Boys Get Spanked, Message of Love. Message of Love was a great hit and it is a great song. I Go to Sleep, beautiful song. Birds of Paradise. That's a song I actually re-edited the song and tried to make it longer because I liked it. It's so nice. Talk of the Town. That came out on a single, and the single version is actually longer than the LP version, which is that's an oddity right there. Usually it's the other way around. Usually they'll edit it for the single. But anyway, Pack It Up is great. Waste Not, Want Not it's a great song. Day After Day. That's another song that came out on a single, and it's a completely, well, not completely different version, but it's very different than the LP version. Day After Day. It's got a very different ending. Jealous Dogs, great song. English Roses, another beautiful song. And Louie Louie. So it's not Louie Louie. Oh baby, oh you gotta go. It's a different Louie Louie. It's their Louie Louie. All right, so that's the Pretenders. I'm playing Embryo so that I'm not all by myself here. This is an old album, man. But anyway. All right. Pretenders decided to put this little EP out. Extended play. This came out, I don't know if this was something that came out before the second album. I don't think so. I think it came out after the second album and probably as a stopgap after the two original guys, James Honeyman Scott and Pete Farndon, passed away due to an overdose, which really sucks. But what they did was they put Message of Love and Talk of the Town on here. They put the LP version of Talk of the Town on here. They didn't put the extended version. And I don't think they did anyway. And then what they did was they put the two B-sides, Porcelain and Cuban Slide, were the B-sides of those two songs. I forget which one was paired up with which. And then they had a live version of Precious. And I forget where that live version was from. I suppose it doesn't matter at this point. Anyway, I remember picking this up thinking, wow, this is awesome. And not realizing just how screwed up things got because those two guys were gone. Yeah. So anyway, that's their last time you see Pete Farndon and James Honeyman Scott. And it's a shame because they were both fantastic at what they did. Those guys were amazing. So, next album, Learning to Crawl with a brand new lineup. And this actually was a pretty damn good album. You got Robbie McIntosh on guitar and vocals, and you got Malcolm Foster on bass guitar and vocals. All right, that's the new lineup. Martin is still there. Obviously, Chrissy is still there, because Chrissy really, let's face it, Chrissy is the Pretenders. Okay? Maybe she puts out solo albums, but she's the Pretenders. So here's the custom label that they used. I remember buying this, and it is actually a damn good album. Starts off with Middle of the Road, Back on the Chain Gang, which was the first single, and an appropriate one, you know, given what they just went through. Time the Avenger, Watching the Clothes, Show Me. And then side B starts off with Thumbelina, My City Was Gone, a great song. I don't care if Rush Limbaugh uses it for his stupid show. Thin Line Between Love and Hate, I Hurt You, and 2,000 Miles, the a Christmas song of all things from the Pretenders. Of course, Chrissy did Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas on that Christmas Various Artists record, and it's one of the most beautiful Christmas songs I ever heard, if you ask me. The way she sings it's pretty amazing. Chrissy's voice is amazing, man. So here you got Back on the Chain Gang, My City Was Gone. It says long version, but it's as long as the LP. I guess maybe the 7-inch had a shorter version on it, of the song on it. So here it is. There's your custom label. I love it when they customize the label, man. It's so nice, you know. Make the package interesting, if you ask me. That's a good idea. Okay, it's the same thing on the other side. What a great song. Embryo's not cutting it, so I'm going to sing myself. Here you go. Anyway, nice cover. Beautiful import. I think this was a British pressing. Yeah, maybe it's German. I don't know. I think it's British. But anyway. Here's the 12-inch for 2,000 Miles. It's got another custom label. Yeah. Awesome. 2,000 miles. B-side's got a different label, if you can see it. See that? And the B-side has Fast or Slow, The Law's the Law. And it's got a live version of the song Money on it. So, yep, 2,000 Miles. Nothing. The A side is the album version. B side has Fast or Slow, The Law's the Law, non-LP. And actually, Fast or Slow, The Law's the Law is a Martin Chambers tune. So he got some royalties from that. And of course, money is money. Well, money is money. So, okay. And then the third single off of it, 12-inch single anyway, is Thin Line Between Love and Hate. Another cover tune and a beautiful version Chrissy does. It's got live versions of Time the Avenger and Bad Boys Get Spanked. So behave, asswipe. Here's the Real Records label. Nothing custom here, just the Real Records label. Okay. Yeah, it's UK imports, so Real Records, not Sire. Ya-da-da. Okay, let's move on to 1986. Am I right? 1986. Hold on a second. Oh shit, I might have it. Who knows what the hell that was? All right, 1986, and their Pretenders put out their fourth album, Get Close. 1986, I thought, was rather, I mean, the 80s, I should say, really, was a decade where I wasn't really finding a whole lot of music that I liked. I was a big Genesis fan, and then Genesis was all poppy, and what the hell? But I did like this record. Every song on here, the Pretenders Get Close. Great record. I'm fondling it. All right, there's the custom label. And this was a great album, man. It started off with My Baby, which was really great. When I Changed My Life, Light of the Moon, Dance, Tradition of Love. All great songs. And the version of Dance, the version on the LP was a different version. It was a different mix. Not a different recording, but a different mix than the CD version. And it was a shorter version. B-side, Don't Get Me Wrong, was a perfect pop hit, I guess you could call it. I Remember You, a good song, short. How Much Did You Get for Your Soul? He's singing to Michael Jackson for a minute. Chill Factor. Him to Her, one of the most beautiful Pretender songs ever. And Room Full of Mirrors, which was a Hendrix cover. But what a great album. This was a great album. And this is the original album that I bought back in '86 and was loving it. Oh, wow. I forgot to show that there are inserts in these albums. Okay. There's your lyrics and your credits and your pictures. It's actually two different photographs. If you look at them close enough, you'll see. But anyway, so there's the Pretenders. Oops, of course. Okay. Let's do it this way, you bastard. the Pretenders, get close. If you don't have a copy of it, it's a great record. If you like the Pretenders and you don't have this album, it almost defies any sort of logic. All right. And they released some singles, of course, in the UK. I like these UK pressings, so I always go for it. They gave us, I think this is the first one that came out, Don't Get Me Wrong. And the B-side is Dance, the full-length version, so you can get the CD version on here, if you so choose. I just got this, actually. I just picked it up from somebody off of Discogs, and this is as clean a copy as could be. So clean. It was such a quiet pressing. So pleased to get this. All right, there it is on Real Records. And there it is. And it's, I mean, it's gotta look real clean because there is no pops or ticks on it on either side. It was so quiet, I couldn't believe it. So I was a happy guy. All right. Okay. You're really trying hard to make this up. Less than an hour if I can do it. Let's see. Him to Her. This is the, I believe this is the second single. All right. After I do all these 12-inch records, I'll be doing my 7-inch single collection. It's not all that extensive, but there are some interesting things in there. Here's Him to Her. This is a different mix than the album version. They're both really good. And this is backed with Room Full of Mirrors, an extended version of it. Actually, that extended version of Room Full of Mirrors might be the least interesting thing that was put out by these guys. It's okay, man. It's I like the song, but the way that the extended version ends is like, yeah. So, but the different mix of Him to Her is definitely worth having, because Him to Her is a beautiful song. One of the highlights of the album, if you ask me. And then in Germany, this came out, My Baby, backed with an extended version of, it's an extended remix of Tradition of Love, which, and again, is a great song, and then a live version of Thumbelina. Yeah, doesn't even say live next to it, but then it tells you where it was recorded. Live in Austin, Texas in February '87. So yeah, this came out and you can see it's not a UK pressing. This was a German or a Dutch pressing on WEA. Tradition of Love, extended remix. So 3 great singles, man, from that album. 2 of them from the UK. I don't know. I don't think that this one was released in England, but it was put out in Germany. I don't know why. That's rather unusual. Usually, you're gonna get. you know, several releases throughout Europe, but the UK is going to have released it too. And I was looking for one and did not find it. And you can see that they actually have it on the spine, which is kind of cool. Oh, of course it's upside down, you schmo. All right, well, anyway, let's waste more time. Okay, then, and when was this? 1987. 1987, the Pretenders released a single for James Bond movie. If there was a man, if there was a man, it wasn't me. It was not me. You know, it's funny. If there was a man, what happened to my label? Holy smokes. I forgot this doesn't have a label on it, on the A side. It's like got chewed off. And I actually like the B-side, Where Has Everybody Gone? Which was a great non-album track, and Into Vienna, which is a instrumental version of If There Was a Man, which is really a ballad. Chrissy does great ballads. It's a great song. I wouldn't mind finding a copy with a label, but I'm not going to worry about it too much right now because I do have this. All right. After 1986, I don't know if they were putting their albums on vinyl, but what I did find is this big box set, this huge Pretenders box set of 8 of their albums. When they, several years ago, they released a box set of their albums on double CD sets. Each came with a DVD, and I picked it up. It's in my collection right over there, right there. But then when I started going vinyl crazy again, which was a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I found this relatively cheap. It was like 50 or 60 bucks for 8 albums. For an 8 album set, one of them is a double. So anyway, there's no information on the box. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull these out and show them to you real quick. All right, we already know about this one. Do me a favor. I want to pull this closer. Okay. All right. You okay with that? Pretenders 2. We know about this already. All right. Learning to Crawl. We know about this. And Get Close. All right. Here's the inner sleeve again. And just so you get to, wow, these records are thick. Just get to see what the labels look like. Because this is Demon. I never played this one. Demon Records, okay? So there's side 1. Side 2 has a black label. Boy, they all have these same color labels, white and black labels, okay? If you're interested. I touched it, it's ruined. Oh. All right. The next album they released that I picked up, I started buying strictly on CD, Pact. Pact had a bunch of good songs on it, man. Never Do That, Let's Make a Pact. Millionaires, May This Be Love. No Guarantee, When Will I See You? Sense of Purpose, a good song. Downtown Akron, How Do I Miss You? Hold a Candle to This, and Criminal. I love Chrissie Hynde. Awesome. Beautiful. Beautiful shot. All right, and all the lyrics on here. So this box set's fantastic. If you're a Pretenders fanatic, it's a great box. Next, Last of the Independents. Another good album. I'm not even talking about some of the personnel changes, because here you got Adam Seymour and Andy Hobson, along with Chrissie and Martin. Martin wasn't on Get Close. She got another guy playing on the drums, and the guy was, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's brilliant. All right, so yeah, this is a great album, man. This has got Hollywood Perfume. Night in My Veins is a good song. Money Talk, 977, Revolution, All My Dreams, I'll Stand By You, which was a pretty nice hit. It's a great song. I mean, it's a beautiful song with really bizarre modulations in it. I'm a Mother, Tequila, Every Mother's Son, Rebel Rock Me, Love Colors, and Forever Young. That's this. Last of the Independents. Then she put out Isle of You. I love you. I love you. Isle of View. I love you. You hear it? The I Love You. This is a double album. And this came out on DVD as well. Oh, I'm sorry. Not this. Yeah, this came out on DVD. These performances came out on DVD. All right, The Isle of You. And this is like a intimate live session with a small audience. Here's your labels again. This is Embryo. I thought it was my phone. All right. Some photographs from some stills from the screenshots. All right, but this was a great record too, man. Great CD. And then Viva el Amor. I got to admit, this is an album I have not really explored. I'll be honest. I have it on CD, I have it on LP. Here. It's pretty cool, man. It's got that weird patchwork look, that Russian looking cover. Comrade. All right, so that's everything in this box. All right. And then she put out, or I should say they put out, Break Up the Concrete. Now this is special pressing. It's the whole album. It's on two 10-inch records, and it does come with the CD as well. So let's pull it out, take a look at it. Kind of cool. It's got this little wrap around it, so try to be careful and preserve that stupid thing. But it looks cool without it. So if that thing gets mangled one day, okay. And here's your little inner sleeve. All right, comes with the lyrics on the back. I've played this, it's great. It sounds great. I think these are 45, it's 45 actually. So, it's a good record. All right. Okay, let's put this back. There you go. It's got all the original artwork from that the CD had as well. The CD actually came with some seeds that you could plant, and I didn't plant any seeds. And there were actually several different editions that had exclusive extra tracks. Maybe I'll show that later on a CD. Go through my Pretender CDs. All right, so anyway, that is the 2 10-inch record edition of Break Up the Concrete. Okay. And then Chrissy went solo and put out Stockholm. Look at her. She's a mess. I love her. I love Chrissy. Chrissy Hynde. Now this was released in 2014. And this is a nice one of those limited edition color vinyl releases. I thought this was pretty cool. Came out on this bizarre splatter vinyl with custom labels. All right, can you see that? You see it? Yellow and blue and almost black. And there's your track listing, if you can see it. It looks like it's blurry. I don't know if it is coming out blurry or not. And then this side's got that custom label. But I played this. This is nice and quiet. Nice heavy vinyl, that's for sure. All right, so there's this. And we got a lyric sheet. right? And you get this, nice. It's good stuff. I have to listen to this one some more. What I heard I liked, but I probably need to listen to it some more. All right, so I'm gonna put this back. And then you blink and it's the Pretenders again. I just picked this up from Barnes & Noble maybe 3 months ago. And I do have the CD, which has one extra track. This comes with a download for that extra track. I forget what the track is. I can't remember. Oh, download includes Holy Commotion. It says right there on the sticker. All right. Okay, and here's the album. Pow. Nice custom label. I love it. A little lighter. Not as heavy as that solo album she just showed, but I gotta put this in a lined sleeve, man. But anyway, so that's my Chrissie Hynde Pretenders vinyl LP collection. Let's take a look at, oh yeah, then this EP came out for Record Store Day. Let's see what day that was, or what year it was. Probably 2017. 2014. What am I talking about? All right, and I thought this was nice too. This is a bunch of live tracks on white vinyl. So you get Tourniquet, House of Cards, Every Day is Like Sunday. That was a CD single that I picked up. I think it's a non-album track actually. And then In a Miracle, A Plan Too Far, and Dark Sunglasses. So yeah, this is 2014. And it didn't come with this little inner sleeve. I had to buy all, man, the money you spend on stuff to protect your records. So I picked this thing up. There. Anyway, I thought that this was nice. And the last thing Chrissie put out, I didn't pick up the album. I picked up this special box, which has this little poster. All right, let's show you the poster. You know I'm real careful with these posters. Whoop. So this is what comes inside that box. All right, you get this little poster. I don't think the album comes with this, but you get this poster. And then collected oil paintings of Chrissie Hynde. This limited edition book. Okay, I don't know if I'm gonna pick this up, man. This is gonna cost me an arm and a leg, and I don't wanna, you know, I only have 2 arms and 2 legs, so. But I did go for this box, and it's 7 singles, each one with a picture sleeve, a different picture sleeve. Here, I'll show 2 of them. Let's take a look at one of the records. All the records look like this. Beautiful. I haven't even played these yet. I collect too much stuff. Okay? So. All right. It all fits in this. It's not a clamshell box. It's a box with a little lid on it. All right, let's just put this back in the poster. Put the poster back in the box. All right. Now I know I never had this problem closing this box before. See, that's why. Because I put it on backwards. And there you have it. I gotta check this out. I'm hearing it's good. I haven't heard it yet. I gotta check it out. What's left? Some singles. Kid, Tattooed Love Boys. Right? On Real Records. Here's Brass in Pocket. It's got 2 non-LP tracks, Swinging London, Nervous But Shy, so it's really a neat little EP. It's got that neat little custom label. I remember when I got this, I was 16 or 17 or 18, and I was really just a kid. And I loved getting this. And then Talk of the Town, Cuban Slide. Right? This is the long version. You can get this on the greatest hits that came out back in the mid 80s, I think. Cuban Slide. Cuban Slide. Great B-sides, man. Cuban Slide. I mean, really excellent song. And here's the cover, Talk of the Town. There's the back of it. Right. Okay. Am I gonna make it? I think so. This is gonna be under an hour. That's hard to believe. Then you get Message of Love, backed with Porcelain. This is, I believe, a French pressing. Yeah, I think so. Right? Message of Love. Porcelain's a great song, man. I mean, it's a rockin' tune. Yeah, their B-sides were fantastic. Okay. Then I got this flexi disc. It's What You Gonna Do About It and Stop Your Sobbing. It's in a demo version of Stop Your Sobbing. All right. This flexi disc. You'll see a copy of that later, actually. Pretenders, Day After Day. And it's backed with In the Sticks, another non-album cut. In the Sticks, was that written by, yeah, Martin Chambers. Another Martin Chambers tune. He did that in Fast or Slow, the Law's the Law. Here's 2,000 Miles. This was a special edition because it came with this little fold-out picture sleeve. Okay. Here, let's take a look at this. Hey, what the fuck? All right. There you go. Now you're getting the full effect. This is what I like to show off. All right. So you got this. That's cool, man. Actually, I like it. And all right, let's put it away. Here's a domestic pressing of Middle of the Road with 2,000 Miles. Sire Records, yeah. Okay. Trying to keep the economy moving back then. And then this, my baby. This was a double single, actually, that came out in England. And I might have picked this up from EIL Records in England. This was before I was real familiar with Discogs, man. I might have spent a pretty penny on this. And this has got My Baby, Traditional Love Extended Mix. And then it's got Private Life, a live version of Private Life, and a live version of Middle of the Road. All right, so it's a double single set. See how it says limited edition? As soon as I see limited edition, I go, you know, my ears perk up and I go, what? What's limited about it? Let me see. And if it's not something stupid, what's stupid? I don't know. Like a different color. I'm not going to worry about it. But this included a free live single that was previously not released. And so being somebody who likes a complete collection, I went and got it. Here's something interesting. This Windows of the World with the B-side 1969. Now, Pretenders put a box set out of CDs and it included Windows of the World because it's a non-album track. It's not on any of their records anyway. Windows of the World, all right? But 1969 wasn't on that box. 1969, I don't know where else you can get this from except maybe on this single. Or the CD single that I picked it up on years ago. All right. And then this from Break Up the Concrete. This was a single that came out, Record Store Day single. It's got Break Up the Concrete on the A side, and the B side is Love's a Mystery. So you have this great custom label. And there it is. Love's a Mystery. This is a different version. It's recorded and broadcast live in LA on KCRW. In KCRW's morning room. I can't read. I can't see it. Eclectic. September 29th, 2008. That was when the economy was going to hell, and it's going to hell again. Jesus Christ. All right, well, anyway. That's this. One more thing to show you, and I'm done. I'm done. This box. Okay, this came out Record Store Day last year, I think it was. And I said, I'm getting it. Okay. So, Comes with a nice little, well, this was the sticker that was on the outside of the box and I stuck it on here. What the hell? Sometimes I like to keep those stickers. All right. This tells you what you get. I'll show it to you real quick. Let's pull them all out. You get Stop Your Sobbing and The Wait. There's your original lineup. God damn it. It's too bad those guys had to go. I wish they were stuck around because they were so good. Although the records they put out since were great. Here's your Kid, Tattooed Love Boys. All right, I saw something similar. This. Another copy of this. Swinging London, Nervous But Shy. Talk of the Town. Cuban Slide. Message of Love. Porcelain. This is nice because I do have the flexi disc, but it's nice to have. And I thought it was going to be another flexi disc, but what it is a nice orange vinyl record. So it looks like the flexi disc. And it's funny because there's really nothing on this side. You got to play this side like the actual flexi disc because it was only a one-sided record, floppy record. You got to flip it over just like the flexi disc and play this side, and you get those two songs. You get What You Gonna Do About It, and you get Stop Your Sobbing, which is the original demo version. I think both these songs actually are available on, oops, let's put it in this way. Yeah, let's put it in. But anyway, I think these are both available on this CD box set that came out several years ago. But anyway, maybe it was 10 years ago now. And then you get this, Day After Day in the Sticks. And you get I Go to Sleep, and English Roses, and Louie Louie. This is another single that I don't, a 7-inch single that I did not have. You get live versions of English Roses and Louie Louie, and you play it at 33 to 3rd on that B side. All right. So that is my vinyl collection of Pretenders. I'm pooped, so I'm going to call it quits and start uploading it now. Have a nice one, and everybody stay safe and play music. Bye.